Good morning. Well, it's a beautiful Saturday here, overcast, but the temperature's good, and I'm prepared to trade every other aspect of weather for that. Last night I had an opportunity to share a segment with Ari and Katie Tour, and you answer the questions while it's going on, but I was also thinking of what's the end game here for Trump. We have news reports that the meeting yesterday with the Michigan people didn't go well for Trump, and that they said they were going to do what the law provided. Well, we'll find out Monday for sure. And those of us who always have reservations about these guys doing what they say, I think that you have to keep in mind that the math is quite forbidding right now for Trump. And so that they very well may do it because that old hackneyed expression, the handwriting is on the wall. Well, it is. And now Trump has the IQ to know that he's in that situation, so why does he persist? I think he wants to go out as victim because he can't go out as hero. And as a victim, he can claim the deep state and the game was rigged and compromise our democracy, but he doesn't care about those things because it's always about Trump. And he begins his new branding for his TV show or for his candidacy. And in the meantime, he's collecting money that he'll get to keep if he doesn't spend. His lawyers are saying the most ridiculous things. And you even see on faux TV, Fox, you see some bending there among the people to say the inevitable is around the corner. And literally in the next week, the certifications will roll in for Biden, making it, well, it's been obvious since 2 days after the election. One of their heroes, Tucker Carlson, questioned the program that they were using, claiming that Trump's people said this program would switch votes for them. And he said, okay, so show me how that happens. And he said that on the air. And because they didn't, he said that. And get this, they all swarmed around him like piranha, tearing at his flesh. And so the next thing you do is you see him trying to make amends to the beast, which exceeds any question of, well, rationality, which was really what was going on there, a breakout of rationality among an opinion leader. So what I see ahead is, people say, is Trump and the family going to go scot-free? And the answer is, I don't think so. At the very least in New York, the AG and the DA will persist in civil and criminal cases. Whoever becomes the AG of the U.S. now Justice Department will have to exercise some judgment as to what they want to do. But there are investigations that were paralyzed while Trump was in office. So if I were the AG, we would look into those things. We wouldn't announce it. We would evaluate it. And then we would make an announcement on those matters that seem to require action. I think that's the responsible way to do it. The Justice Department has lost its way in recent years, going back to Comey and the Hillary Clinton mess. So what do I see ahead of us? I see humiliation for Trump, which is fine, because that also elevates our process in contrast to him knocking it down. Him wearing ashes is never going to happen, meaning doing penance for what he did. And then there are all those people who died because of what he didn't do. And there's supposed to be a meeting on Monday with people from Pennsylvania to see if they will distort the process to favor him. And as if you saw what I said on the air last night, I think I mentioned the Bush-Gore case. And that was a very special case, terrible case, because they stopped the counting, so we didn't have the actual count from Florida. But it was only one state. And here, we have hundreds of thousands of ballots spread across a number of states. Any number of scenarios favored Biden by election day, and certainly in the couple of days after that. And there's nothing they can do to reverse that with litigation, which is so poorly done, and the lawyers are on the run. And I don't think they'll be able to challenge it in the electoral college either, because a lot of these people are bound by the vote. It's a ministerial act to do that. And I've been involved in elections in which friends of mine have wanted to stand for one candidate or another to memorialize their support. They didn't have any opposition. And in a sense, they were chosen on election day this year, kind of an election season. And they convene, probably virtually, but maybe in person. And then they vote as they're indicated to vote. And it goes out to contributors, party leaders, some older participants who've given their life to the party or to politics or to issues. So the way I see it is we're on a march towards success, and we're going to have to brush away these people who are not Republicans, and they're not Democrats. They're not the kind of people that we contemplated when we wrote the Constitution should occupy the White House. This has been a test of the nation like the Civil War was, and events before and after that have been. And how we weather it will be important. But we can't expect these people to change in a day, and they may not change at all, which means the only way we go forward is we have the numbers. That is, we have the rigor and discipline. And Georgia is going to be a test. That's a hard test because of the history of Georgia. But this might be the time when we can make a difference there, and I'm counting on it. So it's good to be with you guys. We're not coasting, but we're moving in the right direction. We're about to take the hill and stamp a flag in the ground. So have a good day. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.